hello, crafty friends. Glad to be back. I took a little hiatus for a minute and I'm back. So let's go ahead and get started. We have started a new challenge for January in case you aren't following along on Instagram. Have I done any videos since? I don't think I've done any this year. It's only January 20th, but anyways, and for those of you who don't know me, I am Cami with Chipped in Time. Founder, producer, creator, all the things. Chief executive. However, we're doing a challenge called Use Your Craft Stash More in 24. Yes, we love a good long hashtag. You're going to be surprised February's isn't quite as long. So today, the 20th, the prompt 20 is book pages. So I have a couple of pages from a dictionary that I've grabbed out of my stash. I have some stamps, some floss, a corner rounder. I don't know if we're going to use all of these things. These are just the things that I've picked out. Some ink because, hello, we've got some stamps here. A couple of colors. I've got like this one is called Old Road. It's a Prima. And it's one of the chalkings. I don't even know if they still have those. And then the Candied Apple Distress Oxide with Ranger. I have some, oh, what are these things called? You know, when I pulled them out, I was like, oh, I need some eyelets. That's what it is. Some old eyelets. I think these are Making Memories. They're probably 20 years old. A teeny tiny circle punch from EK. I don't know what size that is. It's actually it's a 2-part stamp set, punch set. And so there's the circle and then there is the buttonholes that go with it. So there's no size. It's just a button punch. I don't know. We've got an ink block or a stamp block for our stamps. And then I pulled out my old school Making Memories eyelet setter hole punch. All the things. Like, this is multi-tool function. Seriously love this collection. I've had it for probably almost 30 years. And it's been amazing and I still love it. So I pulled this out instead of my Crop-A-Dile, because crafting is my therapy and sometimes you just need to hammer something. So I pulled this out. So these are the things that we're going to be using with our book pages. I went ahead and grabbed my self-healing mat because if I'm going to be punching on it, then I want to make sure that I don't damage my magnetic mat that I normally use. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm probably going to put this into a TN that I've been working on, which has all of these fun little things in here, which I think, have I done videos or maybe I just did them on, I'm not sure. Anyways, fun little book that I've been working on in January. I'm gonna put it in here, so I wanna make sure that it's gonna fit. I wanna make sure that I get the caddis. Is that what you call it? A caddis? The caddis fly is what this is. So I really like that, so I want to make sure that I have that. And then on the back of this, there is I don't know how to say this word. It's a hostate leaf. So I want to make sure that that's on the back because I'm kind of thinking springish. It's super cold outside. And I want to feel warm and cozy inside. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I love that it's ripped, but I'm gonna be building a pocket. So let's do a different kind of ripping. I'm gonna grab my ruler. It's a metal ruler. And that's how I'm gonna tear my pages so that I can still get kind of a crisp. I'm gonna actually go right up to the letters. and I'm just gonna rip it this way. That way I get the ripped effect, but also it's a straight line. So this side is going to be quite a bit more difficult. And I'm gonna actually use these lines on here to kind of get a little bit more of my straight line. I guess I'm really not, because I thought I could, but let's see. If I do this one, maybe. Here we go. And then for those little bits that I can't quite get, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my scissors and I'm just gonna run them like so, and it should come right off. And then it's more cut, but not. So yes, there's a little bit of that tear still here, and that's okay. And I did stop short because I'm gonna make a pocket. It needs to fit in here. That's plenty of room. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna line the top of this up, and then I'm just gonna come about here and line. I'm using these white lines and tear it like that. Now I have extra for another project. And there's the front of my pocket. And so now I need to do the back. And like I said, I want to make sure that I get the Post-it, is that what I said, Post-it leaf on there. So I am just gonna kind of eyeball this one. And I want to go all the way to the edge of the H is what I'm lining up with, is this H from this side, because they're all H's all the way down. So then I will take my ruler, and again, slowly pulling up towards against it, because if I just rip it, it's gonna pull it out, and nobody wants to do that. So now we're gonna just line up all these sides, the bottom, and it will be my left side. I'm not sure what you can see or not. I know when you're talking to somebody, everything is backwards, and that makes for a rough way for me to say it's this or it's that. So just keeping that tightness on there. It didn't quite work because it's such a short piece. I can't get a hold on it, so that way, oh, I didn't quite, I can still see it. I don't know if you guys can see that on there. I'm not sure if you can see that. Can you see? Yeah, you can see that. So I'm just gonna gently pull along there. Okay, so now that's gonna be the back. This is gonna be the front. And then this is going to fold over. But I think I want that to, yeah, so that's gonna be my line that I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it, because that is gonna be a straight edge later. So again, now I have another bit for some other project. I can put these together. This should fold over just to that. Okay, that should work. Okay, now I'm gonna go to my sewing machine and sew this, and I will be right back. Okay, so as I was sewing, my machine decided to throw a fit, and so I'm gonna show you what I'm going to do to hopefully fix that. I've got some washi tape here. I cannot tell you the name of the washi. It came from Little Craft Place, in Tomball. So you can look them up online and get that online, or if you live in the area, go to the shop. We'll see if this works or not. I hope it does. But you know, that's where creativity grows, and you're forced to use your creativity is when mistakes happen, right? So that should work, but I am going to take just a tiny bit of this, and it might just be because the dictionary pages, that really fine, it feels kind of like a Bible page. I don't know if it's actually onion paper or not, but it feels really fine like that, really thin, so it could be. So maybe don't use an old dictionary for this. Okay, and that's on there a little crooked, so I'm gonna go ahead and trim that off. Okay, so now you can see that it's gonna change the aesthetic just a little bit, but I don't think it will make that big of a difference. You're not really gonna even be able to see it. So as far as that goes, I think we're okay there. So now I'm gonna go try and sew again. We'll be back. Okay, this is what my machine is doing. I have no idea what's happening, but I did use a scratch piece and not my actual pages that I want to do. So I'm just gonna not sew it until I go and have my machine serviced, because obviously there's a bigger issue than I can handle, especially right now in the moment. So I'm just gonna glue the edges. I am using the Zig 2-way for this and not a different glue, because the pages are so delicate. I think any other glue will cause wrinkling and stuff like that. So I'm just going to use that Zig. I believe it will work better. So I'm just gluing it together on the left, the bottom, the right, and leaving the top open. Okay, so while that's drying, I'm gonna go ahead and get the stamp that I was gonna use, which I wanna use this Babe. And I wanna use the heart as well. This is from I can't talk, it's okay. From Retro Hip Mama's shop. I believe this is the issue number 24, Crafty Babe. I cannot tell you if she still has this stamp or not. There's not a date, I don't believe, on here, but it's, I want to say a couple years old. So this may no longer be available. And I don't know if I've used these stamps or not, so it's better to use an eraser just to kind of wipe that. And I'm not sure the purpose. There's a film on the ink or on the stamps that messes up if you don't do that. There's lots of different ways to do that. You can rub it on your hand, like that's why I was wiping my finger over it. Okay, so I'm not sure if I want to do a red heart. Yes, let's do the Babe in the Old Road. So I'm just gonna ink it up. This is my practice book. If you can notice, that's where I put all my practice stamps. So, okay, so that's not the best. I'm not going to use this stamp. It must not have been cut very well, so I'm not going to use that stamp. Let's try a different one. Let's try Handmade. And again, I'm not sure if I've used it, so we'll go ahead and prep it real quick. Ink it up. Like I said, I don't know if Prima still sells these, but I've had this for a long time and I love them. And this is one of my favorite colors. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so now I need to make sure, let's just go ahead and do the red real quick because I can. I'm just gonna put that there. And actually I kind of like that it double stamped. That's kind of fun. Okay, now I'll re-ink the Handmade. And we'll just put that kind of right in the middle there. And voila. Normally I would wash those right away, but I'm trying to save some time. So now you have a little pocket. You can leave it like this if you would like. But I told you I wanted to hammer some things. So what I'm going to do, and I probably should have done this before. Let's grab our extra, where's the other little piece? Our extras, and I'm gonna actually punch 4 of these. One is stuck. And I'm also gonna grab out of my recycle bin, which is the trash can. And I'm gonna grab just, the reason I threw this away is because of that. It's all anyways. So, but I am recycling it, and I'm just gonna punch 2 of the cardstock for strength. And now I'm gonna glue all of these together. So the cardstock is going to get a front and a back. You could use any glue you wanted for this. I just am using the Zig 2-way because I have it out right now. Okay, and then we're gonna flip it over. Glue the other side. I am looking at the book page circle that I punched and finding the one that has more words on it. Like, I don't actually like either of those sides, but I liked the other side of this, so that's the one that you'll see. Same with this one. I don't love that one either. That's okay. Okay, now you can see maybe that this other side looks really good. It has lots of words on it. So I love that. Now we're gonna get our handy dandy. I will probably shut off the camera for this because it's gonna be loud and I don't want to do that, but I'm gonna put, this is the hole punch, this is my hammer. I'm just gonna put that right in the center. And then I'm gonna hammer, chink, chink, and then there's gonna be a hole. I'm gonna do the same thing right here, chink, chink, and there's gonna be a hole. So I'll be right back. It wasn't that bad, but it's fine, it's done. So now I am going to take my eyelets and make sure that whatever side I want showing, I'm gonna put the eyelet in through that. And I'm gonna flip it over and put it down. Same with this one. Now I'm gonna grab my eyelet setter and I'm just gonna hammer this. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on. Hopefully it won't be too loud. Cover your ears. 3 is all it took, probably 2, but I want 3 just in case. Cover your ears. Oop, 4. Wait Wait, I'm gonna do that one more time. Okay, there we go. Now it's complete. So now I'm gonna close that up before I spill it, move my tools out of the way, whoops. Put away the hammer. I kind of like to clean as I go, makes it a little bit easier later. And then you could set that on here through all of these, but because it's so thin, I didn't want to do that. I'm just gonna actually glue this on here right around the eyelet, not the whole thing, because I want the edges to be open, and you'll see why in just a second. So don't go all the way in. I want the words to be right side up, and it's gonna kind of be centered. I'm just eyeballing it, so. Okay. Oh, I may have to use a different glue for this. Let's see if we can, oh, I think I'm gonna have to use a different glue. I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to. So let's try. Let's try the art glitter glue. I don't know if that'll work or not. I hope it doesn't close up the whole thing. This one dries just a little quicker. See, it's already stuck. So it's stickier and it dries quicker. And hopefully we didn't already get the whole thing all messed up. I don't think we did. And now I'm gonna go just right under that on the bottom portion of the pocket. And that is gonna have to dry for just a second. Okay, so we're gonna let this dry and I'll be back. Okay, we are back and it's pretty dry. It's not probably fully, completely dry, but good enough for now. And I am gonna attach this. How does it go on the top or the bottom? I don't know. Does it really matter? That I don't know either. So I'm just gonna lightly put this under there because I think it still probably has some of the glue in there. And I'm just gonna take it around until I get it all tucked in there. Hopefully that's tucked in there now. And I'm just gonna be able to go around and around, oh, and around. You can go around as many times as you want or don't want. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. These scissors are not great. It's time for new ones. But I like my old trusty. Oh, I get that in there. Okay, so there you go. Now we have completed our pockets. Super cute, super easy. What I will do, I'm not sure. Let's see if this is a good color. Yep. That'll work. That'll work. And I'm gonna go ahead and do like a fake stitch. That is not at all what I wanted, but it's what we have for the moment being. But it just gives it a little bit more definition because the words are kind of all going together. So there you go. now you know. This is how you do it. Oh, I didn't clearly not let that dry long enough. So there you go. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna take that all apart and keep that on there because I want it to dry completely so that I can really use it. The top part can stay, that's fine. I'm so surprised that that didn't stay because I took the dog out and everything. Okay, so there you go. And now it's a cute little pocket. You can put little whatever you want in there, a letter, pictures, whatever. Thanks for watching. Keep it crafty, friends, and don't forget, if you have any questions, leave them down below, and like this video if you thought it was fun and helpful, and if you don't already subscribe, please do so, and don't forget to turn on your notifications. Keep it crafty, friends.